Where is the window? There is the window.
Welcome everybody to Whitecat Comics, your new favorite YouTube channel. Welcome to Comicsgate in Spanish, Comicsgate en español.
That really gave me a chuckle. That's probably the best intro I've ever seen in any Comicsgate channel so far.
Okay, so we're gonna introduce today's panel. Do you want to introduce our first guest?
Absolutely. Our first guest is a master at his craft. He's a very well recognized artist in CG, probably one of the best out there. So without further ado, master himself, Ibai Canales.
Welcome.
There he is. How's it going, my friend?
Hola. You guys were talking about me. I'm slightly surprised. You were like, oh, this guy is such a master and he's so well known. I was, who, Mr. Junofui? Oh, Canales. Oh, yeah. Hi.
Well, he's here as well, and he will get his introduction as well. But of course, you know, we wanted you to be a part of this. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm not bad considering it's 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm still fresh and ready to go.
All right. Best time to start your morning or to end it. What is it? Are you barely waking up or not going to sleep at all?
I don't know. I'm still trying to decide whether if it's too early or too late. I never know.
All right. Now you can.
All right. So we have our next guest from Puerto Rico, the delicious one and only Mogwai Centurion.
Hey, hail, brothers. How's it going? This is Mogwai Centurion.
Hail, Mogwai.
For those of you who didn't know, he actually speaks Spanish very fluently. He's from Puerto Rico, and he is going to be part of this project as well. And he is kind of like the middleman here, like the voice of reason, you know, as he put it himself, because he's part of Comicsgate, but he's more on the fan base type of side, right?
That's right. All I do is I promote stuff. I contribute by being in the chat, and pretty much being everywhere. That's what I do.
Okay, guys. So we got a comment here from Chimera. He's saying, "Build the wall."
What do you think about that?
Absolutely.
There was always a wall in our hearts.
Well,
Yes.
but we've got a couple of infiltrated people. The wall was not built yet, so welcome. Welcome 656 Comics and Abel from Mexico. Welcome, guys.
Hey, how's it going? This is Oliver, and this is Pancho Arce from 656 Comics, coming live from Ciudad Juarez, border town with El Paso, Texas.
Welcome, my friends. Welcome. Thank you for being a part of this project. Hopefully, we can make this grow and see where it will take us. All right.
Cool, man.
And welcome to Abel as well. Thank you. You are pretty much the mastermind behind all this. All right. We'll kind of talk about the story of how this became, of the history of how this came to be. But you play a really big role. So thank you for coming and thank you for being a part of it, Abel. If you're still there and if you care to talk or whatever, you know.
Abel.
Maybe he doesn't speak English.
I guess he fainted or something.
No, he must be having trouble with the.
Yeah,
with the
it's
mic.
happening. It's happening.
All right, guys.
Hello.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you. No, actually, it was just a suggestion. You're the ones that really get this thing going. You know, I think I should be thankful for you to listen to the suggestion that I just said as something that I just thought. You're the ones that really build this. You know, you didn't build a wall, but you build a bridge. So I think it's really great to be part of this, guys. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you, Abel. Like, that's amazing because we are all we all want will be like a single voice. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be
This
a
is
person in particular.
This is going to be all about unity, all about bringing these projects together, bringing the creators together, bringing the fan base and the promoters together, so that we can, like I said, help each other out.
Yeah, here we have Justin McClure. You're Spanish people.
Yes,
You're Justin.
Yes, you are. Actually, there's only one Spanish person in this whole panel.
That's right.
Actually, I'm Basque, but I'll take Spanish for now.
Right.
Then we have Just Have Gone Crazy.
We have indeed. We have. And then we have, so everybody in the chat, thank you for joining us. And basically what we wanted to do today, before we move on to the Spanish channel, where we're going to start talking basically in Spanish, is just to kind of explain to the rest of Comicsgate, because I know that a lot of you watch, what is this project about, and how it started, and what's basically the purpose of it. I think that one of the main things is, of course, showcasing Hispanic creators. Showing what they, what the projects that they're launching and the projects that they're running at the time. But also, we kind of want to reach a broader audience and kind of get to people in different countries to open up to this market. You know what I mean? I feel like this is a missed opportunity if we don't actually take it, because there is so many comic book readers out there in different countries that speak Spanish, and I think they're missing out because they haven't heard of Comicsgate. They don't know what it is, and maybe we can take it to them, and so that they become familiar with it, and then we get backers from other places, and of course we get more backers, and the community grows.
Yeah. Also, another thing is that in Hispanic countries, maybe Comicsgate is not doesn't have like the best reputation ever, right? So that's another reason to do what we're doing, like to be the voice of Comicsgate, okay? Like to be like ambassadors, to explain people, like to give a chance to Comicsgate to explain what it is, because it's very easy to just cancel something when you don't know what it is, right? So yeah, that's also one of the.
Yeah, absolutely. And the people that you see here, we are becoming sort of pioneers in this thing, right? We're the first one to try this out. We'll see how it goes. And then hopefully we can bring more people over, people who might be comic book artists or comic book writers who want to, or maybe, writers, as we've seen, Comicsgate has kind of evolved from just comics into prose, into photonovelas. There's no telling what's next, So we can bring all those people who may not speak English into the community and put those projects out there for you guys as well.
We have JJA, aquí boricua desde Colombia. Hey,
Oh, wow.
JJX.
Hey.
Nice.
They're seeing us all over the place.
Actually, I don't think many people really know what Comicsgate or even social justice warriors are. Well, but they do exist. Definitely, they do exist.
At first, I feel like when I discovered Comicsgate myself, at first it kind of seemed like we were just being willfully ignored. You know what I mean? Like they knew what we were about. They knew what we were doing. They knew what a lot of creators were doing. They just didn't. They didn't want to give us the attention and just kind of pretend that we don't exist. But at this point, I think it's just impossible to hide that they the mainstream, at least the mainstream industry, comic industry, is in so much decline, and we are rising up. So I want to again welcome all the panel here who have just been listening to me rant for this long. And what do you guys think? How are you guys excited about this project? What is getting you the most hyped up about it?
Canales, say something, please, man.
I think his thoughts.
I don't know. I think Canales
okay.
We broke Canales.
Oh,
It's all right. Well, I honestly think that I'm super excited about this because it opens a gateway. Oh, there he is.
oh yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh yeah, he has the lag.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. We can hear you.
Yeah, you can.
All right.
You can. Let me try. Yeah. Yeah. I remember.
Oh, yeah,
Very serious life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's wait until Canales internet like stabilizes.
To 3.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Just give it a little-
restart the browser. Give me a second.
okay, cool.
No, while you were talking, please continue.
Yeah, like I was saying, I'm really excited about this. This is a great opportunity, for everybody here, and especially, it's my belief that we can reach a larger audience through this. There's a lot of, if you want to say, idiosyncrasy with many of those Spanish-speaking people in the world that don't understand English that well, but have the same feelings as we do, and share the same ideas. And above all, they love the art form.
Yes.
And which has pretty much gone to hell everywhere else around the world, with few exceptions, like manga and stuff like that. But Japan's Japan, and they'll do what Japan does, which is they don't care. You're a dirty gaijin, go to hell.
We got a comment from Kevin Danza. He's saying a lot of people don't really know, and it's a shame because a lot of people would enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Of course.
That's true.
Yeah, absolutely. And so to kind of get to know you guys a little bit better, I have a question for 656 Comics. How is it in Mexico? How is the comic book crowd? How's the comic book scene over there? And are you guys excited to start this project out?
Well, yeah. First of all, let me thank you for Abel for having this great idea, and you guys for following up. We've been trying to get into the streaming and do this, prepare ourselves, get subscribers and get viewers, and so we can start our own campaign. But with this, I think it's going to be much easier. It's going to be a great platform, and it's just great. And for the other question about Mexico, it's very it's more or less like the United States, in a lesser, how do you say it?
With a less impact.
With a less impact, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You have your translated mainstream comics, and they have this huge following, but then you have all these independent comic book creators, authors and artists and writers, and I'd say there's like 100 or something like that.
Yeah, 100 creators.
Yeah, 100 creators, and then they're grinding and they're doing the hustling. Our main problem in Mexico is the distribution channels. So this way, I think the Comicsgate way, I think it works perfectly, because you cut out the middle,
The gatekeepers.
the gatekeepers, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the comic scene is it's fragile, because you need to do your own distribution, go to conventions, go to book fairs, and you'll be your marketing agent, your publishing agent, and you have to write, and then you have to draw, and then go to the printer. You're doing all this stuff at once. So yeah, that's.
Yeah, absolutely. Without a doubt, the whole crowdfunding thing has made things so much easier for everyone. But one thing I gotta tell you that has me more excited is like Abel was saying earlier. We're building a bridge, and I feel like being bilingual just opens up your mind to so many different possibilities. And I feel like not only are the Spanish-speaking people missing out, but also the English-speaking people are missing out on this amazing talent that's coming from a lot of places. I mean, one of my favorite comic books ever comes from Mexico, El Santo. And it's because, and it's a shame that a lot of people don't know about these books and these projects and these things. And hopefully we can bring it to them. And like I said, make the community grow.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Also, another thing to take into account is that we are all from different countries. Okay, all from different countries. So the comic scene is different in each country. Canales, now that you have better internet, would you? I saw that you did a couple videos in Spanish talking about Comicsgate.
Yep.
And you were explaining very well to everybody what Comicsgate is. So, how would you say is the situation with Comicsgate in Spain?
Officially, people hate Comicsgate, but I know for a fact that we do have a following because here, as in the rest of the world, people are becoming sick of SJWs and overall of excessive political propaganda in comics. People say it's politics in comics. I don't say it's politics; it's propaganda.
Yeah,
People don't have
absolutely.
a problem with politics. You know,
True,
if,
true.
if you're doing like a story like Watchmen, talking about politics, you know, you have political characters like Rorschach, political characters like I don't know. There's a lot of different points of view. That's the thing. It's a political gun. What it's not, it's propaganda. It's not like the World War II era superheroes like Captain America. That was pure propaganda. So people are noticing that, and more and more people are ceasing to buy mainstream Marvel and DC comic books there as well. So I
Yep.
think, yeah, unofficially, even if they don't know, I think a lot of people are Comicsgate in Spain.
Right, absolutely. And Comicsgate just means going against the mainstream here, right? Like you said, we're fed up with political propaganda being shoved down our throats in all kinds of entertainment medium, and I think that it's a shame because I presume we're all comic book fans, right? And we kind of dread to see the current state of comics in the world, like 656 comics were saying, right? Like it's happening everywhere. It's happening everywhere, and but thankfully the movement will grow and expand all throughout. I want to give a big welcome to Mr. John Ofui.
From Chile, Mr. Yunofui, welcome.
Hail,
The
you know.
Meme Machine.
Hi guys.
Friend of
What
the-
did I miss?
So we have the only person in the panel that doesn't speak Spanish, Mr. John Ofui. He's from Chile.
What are you talking about? I speak in English. a little.
There's
Oh my God. Here in the chat, we have Edwin Diaz Acevedo. Hell, Edwin is also Hispanic. So, hola, Edwin, bienvenido.
Right.
We have
Hey,
Delta
Edwin.
Force, Hell Campaña de Guerra. Oh, Hell War Campaign.
That's a good one. Good name.
Campaña de Guerra, me
Yes,
gusta,
very
me
good.
gusta. I like that. I dig it.
La campaña de guerra siempre victoriosa y eterna.
Oh, there you go.
Always,
There you
I
go.
think,
Tomen sus agujeros traseros.
always for the win.
Look, we have more amazing people here in the chat. Hell Nova Blast, good point, Canalus. We have Paragon Link. Hi, everyone.
it's
Hello.
Canales for you, my friends. Canales.
Okay.
Right?
Canelas.
Canelo.
El Guapo. Hey, El Guapo.
You cannot never have a live stream without Oleg Guapo, man. You gotta be here. You gotta be here.
There you go. And
I wanna address a comment here from JJ Axe or Jax or you say that now we want to translate this book, and that's actually a great idea because one of the things that we're thinking about, and of course we're not being greedy about this. Any of you guys can do this, of course, but that's one thing that we're gonna start doing too. We want to reach out to people who want to reach a different market, who maybe are thinking about translating your book. We're available. Hit us up, and we will discuss whatever price after that, and we will go from there. But we definitely want to start reaching out different markets. And if you want to expand, this is the opportunity. And likewise, for people who speak Spanish, we want to translate it into English. I want to offer that myself. And if you guys want to jump in that action as well, maybe we can do some really kick-ass union here.
we have some fans from Canalus.
Would
Canalus
be great.
Canales is lies. What do you have to say about that?
They are absolutely correct, and that makes me moist.
Hey guys, don't you think that it will be great if we are able to reach Ethan and convince him to translate his first book into Spanish?
Convince him.
To give it a shot? I mean,
Yeah.
for example, I will like to translate Narwhal's Foreign Agent for free. I mean, I will do that because I love his style. But I think that we should start with the stepping stones, right? I don't know what you think. Just my take on this. Or if, for example, if we want to reach a larger audience, but of course we need to start small like this, right? But I don't know, maybe we can reach to Ethan, or maybe we can start translating our books into Spanish first.
That's kind of the first thing. The first step we're taking here is translating our book. But we're extending it. We're extending this invitation to everyone. You know what I mean? Everyone who would want to have their book translated, of course. And yes, I think it's a great idea to reach out to big creators and try to get them on board with this project as well. Of course, will blow up.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's just for the sake of being here and the people is reaching out. It gives you hope, you know. Even among these times, it's kind of like, whoa, it's something is actually happening right now. I mean, we have to put our or a little grain of sand into the mix and do something. You know, we should start to do something for ourselves and to bring it to others. I don't know. I mean, if we cannot buy each other's books, maybe we can share the books, right? The campaigns and talk to other people. Actually, I've been talking about this to a friend of mine that on Twitter that has a pretty large following, and he told me that, hey man, I mean, I'm more into the left, but I don't like things showing into my throat. And I explained to him in Spanish what Comicsgate is about, and he's like, oh, I'm interested. Whenever you have something, show it to me. Yeah, and I told him that we are planning to translate books into Spanish. So I don't know, man. I think that we have a chance to make something.
Wonderful.
Carol is saying Ciberrana.
Right? That will be the title right there. And look, Jax again is telling us that he had to translate Cyberfrog for his son. So if you're listening, Ethan, here's your chance, my friend. You have a market. You have people out there who are missing out on this book and they want it.
Hey,
all you got to do is reach out.
That's right. Hey, and like Caesar says, you know, we're all about selling hot dogs. Let's sell the tacos too. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great idea. Comicsgate needs to reach a bigger audience.
Absolutely.
Do it then. Spread CG far and wide. Ciberrana miel sangre. Actually, I translated blood honey as sangre miel. I don't know.
Sangre de miel.
Sangre de miel.
That's perfect.
Miel sangrienta. How's that?
Yes.
Sangre mielenta.
I think I really believe that we have a chance to make this true, because I mean, we're thinking about making money, of course, but we are doing from our passion to make comic books. I mean, that's the difference between us and the people that is on the mainstream right now, that they only care about fame. They're only selling their books because of their politics, the same bullshit that is going to take them down. I don't know.
Mr. Yonofui is too quiet. I'm worried.
Yeah.
He's making memes of all of us.
Yeah, I'm doing
That's what
something.
he's doing.
But
Oh God.
sorry.
So how is it over there in Chile, Mr. Yonofui? How's the comic book scene?
The comic what? Sorry.
How is the comic book scene over there in Chile?
Oh, is that?
Is that?
Yeah, the people who work in the comics work for foreign countries. No, in here. There is no place for comics in I know the news, something like that, but nothing more.
Exactly. Here in Latin America, there is no comic book industry at all. I mean,
No.
like Jonofui said, I mean, all the artists go to either to Europe to work or to the US to work on Marvel and to DC. That's, I mean, even artists from Spain go to the US, and Italian artists like Sara Pichelli. There are many artists that go to there.
They work. Some of my friends work in animation, but not comics.
Yeah, there used to be a time in which the U.S. comic book industry worked on Spanish artists and British writers, basically.
Yeah. We with Alan Moore, Grant Morrison, all those guys in the 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And in the early 2000s too, like we had like guys like Warren Ellis and Garth Ennis, all these guys, and lots of underpaid Spanish artists.
Yeah.
So we have a comment here that's very interesting. It's from Blanca, and she says that in Venezuela, the comic book industry, just like Mr. Yonofui saying, is completely dead. So I want you guys to think about the magnitude of what we're doing here. We might be bringing something back.
Making history.
You know what I mean? if we take off with this and we're reaching those people out there and we get them interested into comics again, and on top of that we bring them to Comicsgate, I think that's something that's impressive so far.
Also, we are all working together for this. It's not one person or other person. We are all together. We are one force, and that's amazing because that's what Comicsgate is, and we can show how this works to everybody else. Because you cannot explain this, you have to show it. I think that's my opinion.
And you are absolutely right. It's not an opinion, it's like common sense, you know, it's a fact about the thing. I mean, we are kind of like the new wave of cinema in its time, right?
Right.
We're the new wave of comics, and Comicsgate, I really believe that Comicsgate is going to create an industry of comics in Latin America and you know, everywhere else, whoever wants to reach this, because it will have a market. I mean, new creators from Mexico, from Venezuela, from Argentina, from Spain, I mean, all those places will be able to create their own creator-own characters, and then might have the chance to grow as an artist, as creators, and within going out to find jobs to work on Spider-Man or Batman or Superman or whatever, you know. And that's a beautiful opportunity, I think.
Right. Like for me, for example, like I got introduced to comics when I was growing up in Puerto Rico. And all of a sudden one day I was in a bookstore somewhere and I saw a magazine called Heavy Metal. And I'm like, what is this? This looks different. And, you know, as time passed and I came stateside, I found out that most of the creators from Heavy Metal were, you know, European or from Latin America. And the art was amazing and the stories were so different and far out there that inspired me to do a whole bunch of stuff. And that's dead now.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's an absolute shame. So yeah, guys, listen, if you are a follower of this channel, if you're a follower of Canales, if you're a follower of Mogwai, if you follow any of these other fine gentlemen here, just make sure you're sharing the heck out of this video. You know, share this link, share the channel, and check it out, because after this live stream, we're gonna go and do our first live stream in Spanish. We're gonna start showcasing the projects, right? We're gonna start interviewing the artists. We're gonna start with you guys. We're gonna start interviewing you, so that you guys can start talking about who you are and what your project is about, and or your future projects that you're thinking about, to get people hyped up. And so yeah, make sure that you guys are sharing this, because this needs to get to people's eyes and ears.
Hopefully, God bless.
Absolutely.
All right, so
Absolutely.
So yeah.
I'm gonna share some of Canales' work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh, wait,
Some
what's that?
canalities.
Who's that?
Yeah, there's a lot of talent here in CG and Espanol. So yeah, this is the project you're working right now, Canales, right?
Yeah, that's from SOS Volume 1. That's one of Chimera's favorite pages, I think. He's in the chat, so just ask him.
Beautiful, beautiful art. What is the story about?
The story is about three brothers who used to be super soldiers in World War II, and you know they get their powers from their parents, so to speak. I don't want to spoil anything. So you know part of their condition means being immortal. So they live now in current year New York City. They're extremely bored. So they decide to open a monster hunting business, considering there's like demons attacking the city. So yeah, that's basically it's like Ghostbusters meets Spawn. I think that was our pitch for it.
Wow. Who's the writer?
Chimera Comics. He's right there in the chat, trying to troll me like a motherfucker.
Wonderful. Yeah, we're very proud to the things we can accomplish here. So everyone watching this or anyone watching the replay, make sure again you share, you subscribe to our channel in Spanish. You go check it out. We're gonna leave the link right now, because after this we are all going to move over there, do our first video, like I said. So we're dropping off the link right now on the comment section. And if you wanna go check us out, go check us out. If you wanna go spam, go spam. But you will have a tough time, because Mogwai is he's gonna be our policeman tonight. So he'll be watching.
please subscribe to Comicsgate Español. I just dropped the link here.
Yeah, absolutely. And so everyone will get a chance to pitch your books if you have one, or to pitch yourselves if you're thinking about putting one out on Indiegogo. We'll explain briefly what Comicsgate is, your experience with Comicsgate, what you're looking forward to the future, and just kind of talk about yourselves as well. And we'll showcase you. We get people hyped up about these projects, and that's pretty much what we're going to do for our first video. See if we get people interest and go from there.
Awesome.
All right, and we'll be pitching the usual suspects too.
Yeah,
The heck out of them, all right?
yeah.
So yeah, we'll see you all catch us on the replay if you can. We'll see you all on our Spanish channel. We're leaving this channel behind. We're still going to be doing the normal interviews from the English CG, but we're going to be doing the show on Fridays, right? Spanish is on Fridays. And then, of course, you can catch the other shows, and everybody here in this panel is more than welcome to come to our English YouTube channel anytime as well.
Cool, guys. Thank you. Really
awesome.
We get to reach people. We keep growing as a channel. We're very proud of the things we're accomplishing. I mean, we're blowing up somehow, and it's all thanks to her, because I work
exactly.
She does the real legwork, because she's always on Twitter. She's always talking to people, and she makes magic happen. So
That's right, man. Yeah, Carla is all over this. She's organizing. She has about 10 hands, man, organizing everything.
Absolutely.
Right.
And then we'll also show our project so that you guys can see what she's been working on as well. I worked on for a little bit too, because I just wrote it and I just let her take over the art. So you all know how that goes.
I know. Yes, we know.
So hail Carla, says Carol and Justin and everyone else. Thank you guys for watching us. We're gonna be going to the other channel now and starting our first video in Spanish.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
There you go.
Catch us on the replay, guys.
Awesome, guys.
Make sure you share this video. Make sure it reaches far and wide. All right.
Thank you. Cool.
All right, peace.
Hasta luego.
Bye.
Tequila.
Bye.
Alrighty.